Warm welcome to all of you. And as you are aware, we are we have completed 21 years at Smart VRC, and we have entered into the 22nd year. And this is our webinar number 102. So today's topic is how to ride the steel cycle wave. As you are all aware, almost all the steel stocks are jumping like anything. They are moving up by more than 10% in a week, more than 15% in a week. So we should try to see how we can get benefited, if at all. So in this webinar, of course, the topic is steel cycle wave and how we are going to ride it. And this will be followed by question answer session. So this is the share price chart of Tata Steel, and this is for last 21 years. Now, there are some very significant things to be noticed in this chart. During these 21 years, share price has moved up from about rupees 200, it is about 180 rupees to be very precise, to present level of about 1200. So that is 6 times. So during this period, Tata Steel share has given returns of 6 times during 21 years. And during the same period, BSE Sensex has given much more returns than Tata Steel. Moreover, if you remove the last 1 year's performance of the share price, then the gains are very, very minimal. I mean to say, not even 60%. So during last 20 years, if I remove 1 year, last 1 year, the returns are almost, I can say, very, very low. And there is no point in holding Tata Steel shares for such a long time. And it is better to go for FD. But then there are many ups and downs. And as you can see, presently the share price is at around very close to 1100, right? It is very near to 1100. And these levels were last reached in 2008. In 2008, it was 1000 rupees. So after a gap of 13 years, it has again crossed 1000 rupees. So those who purchased shares during 2008 frenzy, even at around rupees 800, they got an opportunity to exit after such a long period. So what we learn from the Tata Steel company's share price. Of course, there are many mergers and acquisitions and also spin-offs. But yet, despite such a fantastic management, the results are not very convincing when we compare with the BSE Sensex. So that has nothing to do with actually, rather I should say it has very less to do with the management. It has more to do with the steel cycle. Steel cycle is like that only. You cannot make out where was the peak of the steel cycle from this chart and where was the trough, and it is just simply moving up and down, and very sharp movements are also there. So during last 1 year itself, share price has moved up from around rupees 300 levels to 1100 levels. That is phenomenal returns. And same holds good for other steel stocks also, as you can see. Rather, before that, I would like to tell you what is the reason for such a sharp spurt wherein the share price is up. almost 4 times in a year. So these are the results of Tata Steel on consolidated basis. Rather, I should say these are not the results, only the net profit I have shown. This is the net profit in Q4 FY20. That means the last year during January to February, January to March FY20. That means 2019-20 results. There was a net loss of 1,615 crores. And during the last year, that is FY21, that is 2020 and 21, the net profit for a single quarter was rupees plus 7,161 crores. Now you can see very well how drastically the net profits have changed. What a sharp turnaround from a loss of 1,615 crores to a profit of 7,161. And now here comes the results for the whole year. What we have seen in the previous slide was only for the fourth quarter. Now this is for the whole year. So last year, that is 2020-21, sales was 1,57,189 crores and company made a profit of 8,189 crores. And now compare this with the previous year's sales of 1,41,660 crores and net profit of 1,172 crores. So on a mere 10% increase in sales, net profit is up by almost 7 times. Okay, it is about 6.5 times to be very precise. So what has made such drastic change? This drastic change is because of the rise in steel price, and all that steel price hike has gone into the bottom line. Because most of the big steel companies in the Indian corporate are fully integrated. Integrated means they have their own coal mines, their own iron ore mines. So there is no impact of any rise in coal prices or rise in iron ore prices because they are integrated. And so whatever the steel price rises, that goes directly into the bottom line. And that is the reason why there is such a big spurt of 6.5 times in the net profit of Tata Steel for these 2 years. Now coming to the SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, and recently you have seen its share price, how it has jumped, and now it is, I think, about 144 rupees is the closing price for the last closing price. And during last 1 year, the share price is up from about 26-27 rupees to 144. That is almost 6 times, same as Tata Steel. So the profitability jump is only because of the steel price hike. Same is the case here, as you can see. In fact, SAIL is at those investors who entered in this stock around 2008 at a level of 250 plus are yet to see those levels even after 13 years. Similarly, those who entered at around 200 to 250 rupees during 2010 and 11 are yet to see a price of rupees 150. So if you are caught at the wrong time in the cycle, in the steel cycle, then it will take very, very long time to get back even your money. Forget about the returns. So these two charts show us that it is really very, very difficult. It is not like a growth stock, wherein if you are wrong, then you will get back your money in coming 1 year, 2 year, or maybe 3 years. Now this is the chart of JSW Steel. It is much better compared to the previous two charts. Of course, there are many ups and downs, but because of the judicious mix of capital, I mean to say equity and debt, and the efficiency with which this company has performed, this company is doing wonders. So there are three different type of company share price we have seen, and how the steel prices are impacting them. Now let's have a look at the steel prices. Now this is the uh, steel price chart for last 1 year, and as you can see, it is moving up, up and up, and we are yet to see any significant decline. Let's see more about this. So here I have plotted a red line. This shows the average price to indicate just an average price. So this is an average price of steel for the second quarter of last year. I mean to say, when I say last year, that means 2020 and 21. So average price is something about very near to 3750. To forget about this vertical axis currency, because what we are concerned is the percentage change. By the way, this currency is US dollars. So this is a chart from tradingeconomics.com. So for the second quarter, the average price of steel was 3750. For the third quarter, this price increased to about 3850. And for the fourth quarter, this has jumped to about 4400. So this significant jump for the fourth quarter. And for the first quarter of the current year, this jump is much, much bigger. And please try to appreciate what we are seeing. The results are for the fourth quarter. And that too, only a couple of companies have declared, couple of steel companies have declared the fourth quarter results, and many more steel companies are yet to declare the results. And as I have shown you in case of Tata Steel, the jump is significant even on the basis of fourth quarter. And now you can see the jump in steel prices for the first quarter of the current financial year, right? And that too, it is, of course, it is for only 40 days, but still the current price of steel is way ahead even of this average of 50 to 50. These are the percentage changes. So for the third quarter, the steel prices were up by 3% compared to the immediately preceding quarter. And for the fourth quarter, prices were up by 14%. And now for the first quarter, the prices are already up by 19% compared to the previous quarter, not of the previous year. I'm talking about the just previous quarter, means quarter on quarter, not on year basis. On year basis, if you compare, then it is really going to do wonders, because as you can see at the start of the year, the prices were about 3500 or 3600, and now it is 5250. So it is almost up by more than 50%. Yes, on year basis for the first quarter, the steel prices are up by more than 50% up, and all this will go to the bottom line. Now you can imagine the impact this can have on the first quarter results of the steel companies, which are still 2 to 3 months away. Now you will appreciate that why the steel company shares are rising so fast. Now this a bigger time period, a bigger time horizon, just to show you what has happened in the past. As you can see, most of the time during 2017, 18, and 19, and even a bigger part of 20, the steel prices were somewhere around 3700, and now it is around 5500, touching 5500, very near to 5500. we are taking a small, I cannot say a break, but I want to highlight the performance of our various products. The first in line is Smart Gains, and Smart Gains has got two parts. One is the pick of the week. This is the performance for last 14 months of the pick of the week. Total number of advisors we have given is 68. Average holding period was 14 months. Normally, our holding period varies from 3 months to 2 years. But on an average, for the last 14 months, our holding period was 14 months. On an average, during the last 14 months, our average holding period was also 14 months, and we have achieved the target in 50 recommendations. So out of 68, we have achieved the target in 50 recommendations, and you will appreciate that still there are many positions open. It does not mean that for the rest of the 18 stocks, we have not achieved the target, because as I said, our average holding period was 14 months. So still there are 16 open positions, as the last row indicates. Stop loss was triggered in one case, and we had to make an emergency exit in one case. Yes, it is not that once we have given the target and stop loss, our work is over. We constantly monitor the developments, and if required to make an exit, we do ask you to exit. Average realized gains per scrip is 21%. Now, this is pretty significant, because in many of the cases, the holding period, I mean to say the average period during which we have asked, during which the target has been achieved or we have modified the target is very, very less, something about 2.5 months, and the returns per scrip are 21%. These are really very good results. So this is the same thing in the chart form. We have achieved the target in 74% of the cases, 1% stop loss triggered, and 1% emergency exit, and open positions 24%. Now, Smart Gains has two parts, as I said. First is the pick of the week, and second is the Smart Billionaire Picks. Smart Billionaire Picks has grown from 1 lakh to 102.61 lakhs during last 20 years. In fact, a little less than 20 years. Yes, I read it correctly. It has grown from 1 lakh to 102.61 lakhs during last a little less than 20 years. And during the same time, BSE Sensex has grown from, I mean to say the equivalent BSE Sensex has grown from 1 lakh to 13.29 lakhs. Our performance is almost 7 times more than BSE Sensex. So already we have crossed 1 crore from 1 lakh, and now we are on our way to 100 crores. Yes, if we can multiply an amount by 100 times in 20 years, we can definitely at least repeat the performance and multiply 1 crore to 100 crores in next 20 years. Yes, I know many of you might be thinking that who has seen 20 years, but the same was the case when we started 20 years ago. So the next product is Smart Multibagger. In Smart Multibagger, again, we have considered for only last 14 months. We have given 23 advisors, and of course, we promise for about 12 to 15 advisors, and during last 14 months, we have given 23. Average holding period was 42 months, and in 9 of them, we have achieved the target. Average holding period was 42 months, and 9 of the 23 advisors, we have achieved the target, and average realized gains per script was fabulous 70%. In one of the cases, stop loss triggered. We have not made any emergency exit, and still 13 positions are open. So that is wonderful performance. So here, target achieved in 39% of the cases, and of course, As I said, the holding period, average holding period is 42 months. And yet, within 14 months, in 39% of the advices, we have achieved the target. And open positions are still there at 57%. Smart Freedom Stocks. This was started with rupees 10 lakhs on 12th of October 2015. And the present value is 20.86. And comparatively, BSE Sensex has grown from 10 lakhs to 18 lakhs. This is another outperformance. Then coming to the Smart SIP. I mean, Smart SIP has done wonderfully well when we compare to the mutual funds performance. We consider at our end, we assume at our end that investors are investing 10,000 rupees per month, and with that, till date, we have invested 5.6 lakhs and the present value is 7.87 lakhs. And here we are hardly making any sell call. Hardly once in a year, we are asking you to exit from a stock. Otherwise, you have to simply wait for the 5th of the month. So coming back to the steel cycle, why there is so much of surge in demand? It is very natural. Every commodity, everything, the pricing is based on demand supply balance. So if steel prices are up, definitely there must be huge demand. Why there is such a huge demand? One is the environmental concern. China is the major producer as well as consumer of steel, and due to the environment concerns, their government has asked all the producers who are producing steel through blast furnace route to either stop or reduce the pollution emitted into the environment. So it is very difficult to immediately take action, and as a result, many of the companies, big companies, have to either shut down or reduce the production. So this has resulted into a demand supply mismatch, and demand has surged. Second is the sharp spurt in the Chinese economy. Chinese economy has grown at a tremendous pace. Only about 20 to 25 days back, we have seen how fast Chinese economy has picked up. Not only that, but last week only it happened that China has almost removed all the import tariffs, and also they have reduced the incentives given to the exporters of steel. So they have taken dual action. Now try to appreciate that China wants more of import and China wants less of export of steel. So much is the demand. And this is despite the fact that among the top 10 largest steel making companies in the world, 6 are from China. 6 companies are from China in the top 10, and still China is unable to meet its demand from its domestic production. Now you can very well imagine the spurt in demand for steel. What is the amplitude? Now the question arises, will this demand sustain? Apart from the spurt in the Chinese economy, even US wants to invest in its infrastructure development, because from long time not much development has happened on this front, and developing and underdeveloped economies will also invest on infrastructure development, including our own country, India, because that is the easiest way to create jobs. And due to COVID, especially the developing and the underdeveloped economies have suffered a lot, and the fastest and the easiest way is to spend money on infrastructure development. So maybe when India comes out of this second wave and its economy jumps back, then the demand for steel may further spurt. This is just only my opinion. Now the best way to ride the cycle is As I said, it is very, very difficult to predict the cycle. And as happened in the past, those who invested during the peak time, maybe 10 years or 15 years ago, they are not able to see those prices again in most of the big companies. Even in big companies, this is the case. You can very well imagine what would have happened in the medium and small sized companies. So the best way is to keep looking at this chart maybe every week or maybe once in a fortnight at least. And as long as this average price of steel per quarter is up, or even if it is sustaining, then also you can keep continuing holding the stock. And the moment you see a sharp downfall and below the average steel price for the quarter, what you are monitoring is below the previous quarter's average price, then it's time to take a call. Maybe you may have to exit at a small profit, or maybe at no loss, no profit, or maybe at a small loss also. Now, these are the basic steel companies characteristics. Don't get lured by the low P ratio. P ratio traditionally has varied from 6 to about 10 or 12. And low P ratio does not indicate that the steel companies are cheap, because, as I said, their profitability is very much restricted in a sense, is restricted to the demand supply scenario. So don't try to compare the P ratio of Tata Steel with Tata Consultancy Services. TCS is a growth stock. Its earnings are growing upward of 15% every year from last so many years, while Tata Steel, this is not the case. So don't try to compare steel sector with other growing sectors. Try to compare within the sector. Rather, I would say try to compare individually. It is very, very difficult to predict the cycles. All these steel plants are highly capital intensive, and that is the reason why all these companies are heavily debted. Yes, huge interest outgo is there. And repeatedly, I keep saying that one should have some stocks which are comes under the lifter stocks. Lifter means whose performance is going to come, who those companies which are going to deliver very good growth in net profit and almost assured for the coming few quarters. And steel is one such sector. So keeping this in mind, and also there are other lifter categories also, like pharmaceutical, specialty chemicals, and these sectors, as I said, steel, pharma, specialty chemicals, these are the kind of lifter sectors. And we have also prepared one report, smart report. It has been launched today only. And we also, when I say we at Smart VERC, our team also wants to contribute to the patients who are suffering from COVID. We want to extend our help to the families, and whatever we can do from our side, we are trying to do. And for this, we have decided that whatever sufficient amount we receive for this report will be distributed freely to those who are suffering from COVID. And for this, we have devised our own methods to find out who is the really needy person. And if you think you have somebody like that, and who is not able to meet financial requirements for this COVID, you can contact us. Of course, we are the amount would be whatever possible we would contribute, but we would like to contribute to as many people as possible, as many as affected people are there. So this report is available when you at our website. When you go to the Smart Academy, there is a link with the name of Smart Report, and there is a single stock report This has been published today. It is a large cap company and stock price is below rupees 500. Target gains are 25% and risk is high, and our target holding period is 6 months. So within 6 months, we are expecting 25% gains. Of course, there is no guarantee. And quality of management is pretty good. And report price, normally we keep about some 50 to 1000 rupees. But this time, we want to serve the community. So we have kept it low at rupees 500 plus 18% GST. There is a single time report. No review shall be made at our end, but we have given the target as well as the stop loss. So you have to take a call regarding the exit at your own end. Also, I would like to tell you that today is the last date for the revision in subscription prices of Smart Gains and Smart Multibaggers. From today midnight, the subscription price for Smart Gains will increase to 5,000 rupees, and presently for today it is 4,000 rupees, and for Smart Multibaggers it will be increased to 8,000 rupees, and presently it is 7,500 rupees. Of course, GST at the rate of 18% is extra. So this was all about the presentation today. If you have your friends, your relatives, investor relatives who are interested, you can ask them to send us a request to add them to our WhatsApp groups. City-wise, we have made the WhatsApp groups, and this is our WhatsApp group number. WhatsApp number 9755920780. Even those who are attending this webinar for the first time, they can send us a request at this number, and we will add them to the respective cities. Successful investing is about managing risk, not avoiding it. Of course, risk is always there, whether it is a steel stock, or it is a commodity stock, or it is a automobile stock, or any stock. Risk will always be there. So according to the risk, you have to see what is your risk-taking capacity, and you have to take some calculated risk in that. That is what Mr. Benjamin Graham has to say through this quote. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Sanjay Joshi, sir, kindly unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening. AK, really appreciate your initiative to help our friends in COVID time.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you very much,
appreciate. I would certainly subscribe and ask my friends also to subscribe.
Thank
I
you.
had one small question.
Yes, sir.
Is your theory on steel cycle?
Yeah.
Is it? Have you also looked at the other metal like aluminum, zinc, and copper in the similar manner?
Yes, yes. Sir, we are going to cover those sectors in the forthcoming webinars. As you have rightly pointed out, it is not only the steel, but also the other metals, other commodities are also rising in a similar fashion. And we have some very good companies in our corporate sector, who are the lowest cost producer of these commodities. I'm very thankful to you, sir. You have already mentioned these stocks to be covered, these sectors to be covered, and we'll definitely do it, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Lakshmi Lalwani ji. Yes, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
So, I had two questions.
Yeah.
The first question, as you said that why the demand is spurred because the China consider the environment issue and they are shutting down their big companies.
Yes.
So that's why demand increase. So like it's the same way India government will realize and they will find that yes, it is damaging our India environment, and they will ask the steel companies to shut down or reduce the whatever, like to reduce the pollution in the country. So this is the risk we can expecting in the steel industry.
Yeah, very rightly said, sir. Definitely, this is a risk, and India also, most of the big steel companies are using the blast furnace route. But still, we are a bit away from that because the kind of pollution Chinese companies are creating is way bigger than the Indian companies. And as I have shown you in the table, out of 10, 6 are the Chinese companies in the top list of 10 biggest companies in the world. And you can very well imagine the kind of pollution they are creating. And we are at number 10, and that is by Tata Steel. Number 9 or number 10, that was Tata Steel, and its capacity is also way lower than the Chinese companies.
Chinese companies.
Yeah. So we are still away from that situation. And
Okay, so it's
so there are companies who are already taking this action, and they are because these companies have also the thermal power plants to take care of the power requirement. And recently, one of the companies have uh, proposed to divest their stake in the power plant, and that is keeping in mind the environmental concerns only.
okay. And my second question, like as you said that like price, the three companies, the prices already increased from 4 to 6 times.
Yeah.
So if we want to jump now, so will it be a wise decision because the price already 4 to 6 times increased?
Okay. As I have shown in case of Tata Steel, uh, for the fourth quarter, the profits are 7,000 crores, 7,000 plus crores against a loss of 1,000 crore. Now, as long as the steel prices are up, or even if they are stable at the current price, our steel companies will continue to report increased profits for at least for the next 3-4 quarters, because we are comparing on year-on-year basis. So compared to the current quarter, last year same quarter, the prices were 60% less of steel. So even if the prices are stable, steady, then also our companies will report fabulous results. But of course, you have to look at stock by stock basis.
Steel prices
You can,
and steel prices.
yeah.
Okay. One last question I have on the subscription. So I am subscribed to Smart Gain, and you said that the prices are going to increase.
Yeah.
So like my subscription is still have around year left. So
Mhm.
if I will subscribe again before 12 midnight today, so can I do that? Like it will increase my one more year subscription?
Yes,
No.
you can do, sir. Even if you have 2 years subscription left, you can subscribe today. You can extend your subscription by 1 year. You can do that, sir. Very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, and have
Thank
a
you.
great evening.
Thank you. Mr. Ashish Diwan, kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hi. Apart from steel cycle, which is currently up now, which is the other cycle you're looking at, which will come out?
No, those three are up, means copper, aluminum. These cycles are also showing a strong upward momentum. But in the steel, we have a number of big companies. So first we have covered steel. Maybe in the forthcoming webinars, we may cover aluminum and copper also.
And what of other commodity stocks?
So it depends, means because like in sugar prices are also moving up because of the low production in Brazil especially, and Brazil is the biggest producer of sugar. But in case of sugar, the raw material as well as the output prices of sugar are dictated by the government as well as the state governments. So there is very less for the producers of sugar to show their performance. So in general, we don't cover sugar stocks. We don't look at sugar stocks.
And what about the mining companies? Yeah.
So in case of most of the big steel companies, they have their own mines, and there are mining companies also which are operating independently. You can track the ore prices, iron ore prices, and play accordingly, as I showed in case of steel.
No, I mean to say, if due to environmental concerns, the mining would come down internationally.
That we cannot predict.
Okay.
See, in case of mining, there is not much pollution. But in case of steel, they have to burn they have to melt the steel. So for that, it requires huge amount of heat. So there is a blast furnace, there is a boiler, and it produces lots of pollution.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Mr. Rishi Sharma ji, kindly unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Hello.
I had a question. I'm holding a SBB portfolio from last 5 years, and I have been increasing intermittently. I started with 1 lakh, and it's 10 or 12 lakhs now. So I wanted to understand how I need to progress on increasing the allocation while maintaining the same weightage. On what intervals I should invest in all of the stocks at once, or what is the correct way of doing?
Yeah. There are we have received request from the subscribers that your SBP has grown from 1 lakh to 1 crore. Now you stop this service here and start with a new portfolio of new basket of 1 lakh. See, my point is like this. Even if you ask me to start a new basket of 1 lakh, I will include the same stocks in the same proportion. So there is no point. And when this basket started with 1 lakh and when it reached 10 lakhs, we received numerous requests that it is already multiplied 10 times. Why not you reset it to 1 lakh and start again? But those who did not join at 10 lakhs and now must be repenting that it has increased to 1 crore. So we are not going to start a new service. Neither our journey has stopped. Our journey will continue, and we are targeting for 100 crores, and we will do it.
So how do I increase the allocation? I wanted to ask.
Like
if I have spare money.
If you have, suppose if you have invested 10 lakh rupees and SBP is at 1 CR plus. So if you want to infuse 5 lakh rupees, you simply increase the 5% weightage in all the stocks. And if it is not possible, if your amount is less than 5 lakh rupees, then you can, it is very natural that you cannot divide. If the amount is small, suppose there is a stock like Ultratech Cement. So if you are starting with 1 lakh rupees and I say that you should have a weightage of 4% in Ultratech Cement, it is not possible because the minimum investment itself is 6,500 rupees. So sometimes it may not be possible to do exactly in that proportion. So nothing wrong. You can have a little less or little more proportion in stocks and you can carry on like this. There is one more way. Suppose you have an investment of 10 lakhs in SBP and you have a free money of 2-3 lakhs. You can follow our pick of the week advice. Keep growing that money. When it becomes 5 lakhs, then shift those 5 lakhs to SBP and you can continue this way.
Okay. And suppose I have spare money of 3 lakh, I want to put it in. So, like you said, 5%. So, should I do that monthly, quarterly, or how?
No, sir. As I said, it is like this. Suppose, assume that we do not have Shri Cement in our SBP. Just assume that we are holding Shri Cement. And if you ask me, if I sell that Shri Cement today, will I buy it today? Will I buy it back? If the honest answer is yes, that means it is a good buy at the current price. So for all the 18, 19 stocks in that basket, we keep on asking ourselves, if these stocks were not present in our basket, then will we buy? If the honest answer is yes, that means we have to hold it. As I hold means buy. It is as good as buy. So I will not ask any of the fresh investors or subscribers to wait. Don't wait. Invest right now.
Okay.
See, it is very simple. If for 20 huge years, for 20 long years, if we can generate 26% CAGR returns, naturally we have never waited for any event. We have never asked to create liquidity ever for these last 20 years.
Thank you.
Is it okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, any other query? Behak Parikh ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, I am your subscriber since last many years.
Yeah.
I have overall good experience.
Thank you.
Sometimes I am listening of the fund manager speech into the television.
Okay.
They are saying about some asset allocation that you should have some portion of gold, you should have some portion of international equity. Then do you suggest that we should add gold or international equity as and when time arises, as and when situation permit us into our portfolio?
First is the international equity. See, you just consider the rate of growth of Dow Jones Industrial Average or the Nasdaq during last 10 years or last 20 years, and you compare it with BSE Sensex or NSE Nifty. If you find that those indices are growing much faster than our indices, then you can think of investing in their stocks or their exchange or their indices. And the other reason could be if you are very much confident about any company, like if you are very much confident that Google will do well, then you can of course go and buy that stock. And one thing will be there, it would be very difficult to analyze the stocks listed on US because of we are very much concerned, we are very much habitual to our investment environment, our PE ratios, and simply looking at the PE ratios, it is almost impossible to invest in US technology stocks. So you need to have some advisor or you need to have some other technique to find out which are the underpriced stocks. Coming to the gold, as I said in my previous webinar also, about 10 to 15% of your assets should be invested in gold. And there are two reasons. One is the diversification, and the second one is equally important, and that is your spouse would be happy. So you are getting double returns, not only the minimal 8 to 10% long-term average returns from gold, but also the returns in terms of the happiness of your spouse.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. A.K. Hasija, sir. Yes, sir.
गुड इवनिंग सर।
Good evening, sir.
सर मैं ये कह रहा था कि
जी।
मैं तो एसबीपी को बहुत टाइम से देख रहा हूँ, तो
जी, जी।
कभी मैंने ऐसे पढ़ा था कि हिंडाल्को जो है सर वो लोएस्ट कॉस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम इन द वर्ल्ड है।
जी हाँ, जी हाँ।
उस समय ऐसा भी पढ़ा था कि अगर कभी प्राइसेस इस रेट से नीचे जाते हैं तो हिंडाल्को सबसे लास्ट में बंद होगी, पहले बाकी फैक्ट्रियां बंद हो जाएंगी।
जी जी जी।
और मुझे तो नहीं मालूम कि उसकी कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन अभी क्या है, बट अगर उससे ऊपर प्राइसेस मार्केट में प्रिवेल करते हैं तो आप तो जज कर सकते हैं इमीडिएटली, तो क्या हमें हिंडाल्को में उसी समय इन्वेस्ट कर देना नहीं चाहिए था?
सर, जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि ये साइकिल्स ऐसी होती हैं कि जो कि प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं। अगर हमने जैसे टाटा स्टील में देखा कि अगर जिसने 11-12 साल पहले इन्वेस्ट किया था तो आज दिन तक वो प्राइस आया नहीं है, तो इट इज रियली वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से दैट कि हमको उसमें हमेशा इन्वेस्टेड रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज दीज आर नॉट द ग्रोथ स्टॉक्स। मोरओवर हिंडाल्को ने नोवेलिस को एक्वायर किया था और उसके बाद कंपनी बहुत ट्रबल में आ गई थी। सो हिंडाल्को स्टैंडअलोन में भी डूइंग वेरी गुड, बट नोवेलिस को लेने के बाद उन्होंने जो लोन लिया, डेट लिया, उसके कारण जो इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट आउटगो बढ़ गया, उसके कारण ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस डिटेरियोरेट हो गई। सो इसमें कभी कमोडिटी स्टॉक्स में, मतलब स्पेशली दिस मेटल स्टॉक्स में लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के हिसाब से नहीं सोचना चाहिए। इन जनरल मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, स्पेसिफिक कंपनी में हो सकता है, इन जनरल नहीं करना चाहिए।
नहीं ठीक है सर, आप हमारे पास तो इतना बड़ा बास्केट और आपका तो वैसे भी
जी जी
बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है सभी स्क्रिप पे, तो
जी।
नॉट नेसेसरी कि हम जाएं भी उसमें,
हाँ,
अदरवाइज बहुत सारी स्क्रिप हो रहा।
यस यस, देयर आर मेनी स्टॉक्स। टोटल हमारे पास करीब मोर देन 1000 कंपनीज हैं जो रेगुलरली ट्रेडेड है और डिसेंट परफॉर्मेंस है। So why only the particular set of stocks?
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you. Mr. Vikas Dureja.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I'm, you know, that subscriber of your services since last 1 and 2 years, and now my thought is that, of course, we always look forward to you and to listen you and your services for the stock part of anybody's portfolio. Have you ever thought of giving some insights into the debt part of portfolio? Because whenever anyone has a portfolio, ideally debt instrument should constitute some part of the portfolio. So in any of your future talks or discussions, will you cover that debt instrument options, or how it should be? First of all, do you that whether debt has to be a part of portfolio? And of course the answer may be yes, and then can we look forward to your thoughts or insights or advice for the debt instruments in our portfolio?
Okay. When we do asset allocation, as a thumb rule, in equity we should have an exposure of 100 minus your age in general. So my age is 55. So as per my age, my exposure in equity should be about 45%. Rest 15%, as I said, it can be in gold. So 45 plus 15, it is 60. Now remaining is 40%. Out of this 40%, I would like to distribute it among the real estate and the debt. When I say debt, it covers the FD in the bank, it covers the provident fund. So those who are employees, they must have provident fund, and that provident fund itself is such a big amount in your total investment basket that it covers your requirements. And most of the times, yes, it covers your requirements. You may not be required to invest in even in mutual funds, debt mutual funds. Just if you are an employee, just calculate how much how much PF you have, and then you will realize that already you have substantial exposure to the debt funds, or you can say the debt instruments. And regarding the suggestion where to invest in which mutual funds or which schemes to invest in debt funds, I'm really very sorry. I do not have any experience. I am solely concentrated on equity, and personally also, I have never invested in any debt mutual fund, because if I'm able to generate so much of returns in SBP, it is about 26% CAGR from last 20 years, then I need not have to go to the debt mutual fund. Moreover, as I said, our provident fund and other FDs and other spouse provident fund that are sufficient to take care of that part.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your opinion. Thank you.
Sunil Bhammani ji. Yes, Mr. Sunil Bhammani. Yes. Kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, my first and the foremost question is, recently I invested into some steel stocks and I have gained decently. And as you said, you should keep on monitoring the prices. So you mean to say that that only is the yardstick? I mean, you should continuously monitor the steel prices, otherwise you may end up in losing money. You mean to say that?
Yes.
And I've got 2-3 more questions. So should I ask in one go, or again come to the point as you said?
You ask one by one.
Okay, so recently the steel के बारे में जैसे आपने बताया, तो you should continuously monitor the steel prices.
Yeah.
So I am into the nascent stage. So steel prices monitoring, I mean they should be monitoring जो इनका price per ton रहता है वो देखने का ना हमको.
सर आप कोई सा भी प्राइस देखिए, what we are bothered about is the change in price. It is not per ton or per kg basis. What we are concerned is the percentage change in price of steel. So it would be same whether it is per kg or per ton. It would be same.
हाँ वो तो सही.
Yes.
सर, और जैसे अभी आपने डेप्ट फंड के बारे में बोला, तो मैं भी एक कॉर्पोरेशन का एम्प्लॉय हूँ, मेरा भी पीएफ है, तो पीएफ बेयर मिनिमम जो है 10% उतना है, तो वो भी डेप्ट फंड में 10% ऑफ योर सैलरी जो होता है, तो दैट आल्सो होल्ड्स क्वाइट गुड एज फार एज डेप्ट फंड इज कंसर्न.
Yep.
Okay, and regarding FDs, as we have heard, they are giving almost 7 to 8%, or keeping in mind inflation. So FDs में तो you end up in losing, na? So there is no point in investing in FDs.
Yes. In real terms, you are losing your money.
Because when you keep inflation in mind, so and upon it also we have to pay the tax also.
Yep.
And last question, sir. As I am मैं अभी आपसे थोड़े टाइम से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, और ये जो 26% CAGR वगैरह आप बोल रहे हो, तो सपोज मुझे आपसे ये गाइडेंस चाहिए था कि सपोज मेरा मीन्स एक डिसेंट अमाउंट म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्टेड है, और आपके सेमिनार्स में से ये तात्पर्य मिल रहा है कि म्यूचुअल फंड्स हमारे पैसे से यही सब कर रहे हैं, और उसके अगेंस्ट में हमसे चार्जेस भी ले रहे हैं, तो शुड आई take out all money from there and go for all the things which are subscribed in one go जो है, तो वही एक decent amount बनेगा, तो ये जितना स्केल बड़ा होगा उतना ज्यादा रिटर्न मिलेगा. मैं आपसे फ्रैंक ओपिनियन चाह रहा हूँ.
Okay. I'm not wrong, you have joined us only about a month back, or maybe less than a month back.
Yes sir.
So जब भी हम जैसे हम किसी डॉक्टर के पास भी जाते हैं, जब हम फर्स्ट टाइम जाते हैं तो बहुत सोच समझ के जाते हैं कि उनको कितना एक्सपीरियंस है, या हमारे जो फ्रेंड्स हैं वो कुछ बताते हैं कि ये डॉक्टर बहुत अच्छा है, उसके पास जाना चाहिए. लेकिन हम उतने कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ नहीं जाते हैं जितने कॉन्फिडेंस से हमारे फ्रेंड सर्किल में या हमारे दोस्त बताते हैं. जब तक हम 2-3 बार नहीं जाते हैं, और जब तक हमको लगता है कि हाँ ये डॉक्टर हमको जो दवाई देता है वो बिल्कुल सूट करती है, दवाई देता है, कम से कम दवाई देता है, इस तरह का जब हमारा कुछ बिहेवियर होता है, और हमें धीरे धीरे करके उसके ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होता है. सेम आई वुड लाइक टू एडवाइज यू फॉर सब्सक्रिप्शन टू आवर सर्विसेज. यू हैव जॉइंड लिटिल लेस देन 1 month, सो मैं नहीं कहूंगा कि यू शिफ्ट ऑल योर म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स टू SBP. देयर इज अ long time for both of us. First, you should gain the confidence. What is our philosophy, how we operate, and what kind of returns you are generating, whether it is speculative returns or long-term investment returns. आप थोड़ा सा पहले उसको एक बिल्डअप कीजिए, कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल, एक फेथ, एक ट्रस्ट बिल्डअप कीजिए. इट टेक्स टाइम, एंड देन यू कैन स्विच ओवर, एंड वट एवर यू फील लाइक यू कैन डू. बट मैं ये आपको अभी सजेस्ट नहीं करूंगा कि आप इमीडिएटली करिए.
सर लास्टली, तो मीन्स एक SBP में जो आपका जो बास्केट है उसके लिए डिसेंट अमाउंट क्या है? वैसे तो इसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं है, पर टू स्टार्ट विथ व्हाट इज द डिसेंट अमाउंट? आई मीन पॉइंट ब्लैंक मैं आपसे पूछूं, 5 lakhs इज डिसेंट अमाउंट?
Yes, 5 lakhs is decent amount, because in 5 lakhs you will get जैसे हमारा अभी मान लीजिए 1 CR है और आप 5 lakhs इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो you can simply divide it by 20.
ओके, या तो जो आपका परसेंटेज है उसको 20 से डिवाइड करके, और पूरा बास्केट या जितना मेरे को जो मेरे पास ऑलरेडी है वो रिपीट नहीं करके, और वो करके
राइट.
ओके सर, थैंक यू, बाय बाय.
आशीष दीवान जी.
हाँ जी सर. As you know that I am also a subscriber, sir. My one suggestion to you is that sometimes you put a review of your recommendation.
Sir,
in between you put a review on your recommendations.
Yeah.
But we don't get to know when have you put the review.
Okay.
So I need a notification from you that this has been reviewed and kindly check the review. So we get an insight. That is number one. And second is that whenever you give a recommendation, so it would be nice if you can give few lines or few liners so that we understand it better.
Okay. First is review. We are regularly reviewing all the stocks in our all the services, and of course, we are not giving you any notification. And the reason for this is that most of the majority of our subscribers, they don't want any kind of further reviews or analysis, and they are simply following our advice. And if I suppose in Smart Gains, there are 52 advices in a year for pick of the week, and again about 18-19 stocks in SBP. So total about 70 stocks. If I simply give a review for even for the quarterly results, there will be 280 reviews just for quarterly results. If you add at least two more reviews for the other things, then it would be mind blowing. So every day it will keep sending you the notifications, and in the process you may miss the important notification in between these reviews. So that is why we are not giving the notifications. And
Because sometimes in the middle of holding the stock, we all tend to get derailed. So if we have some kind of and some few liners from your side, so that will give us.
yeah, but in the review, we are giving the brief details. Means if we are
Sir, your reviews are not suppose you have suggested a stock, then your reviews are not coming immediately, and whenever you review it, we don't get to know, because I was scrolling SPV and some reviews are there for 3rd May, 4th May, so I didn't know about that.
Yes.
So it's only that if you keep on scrolling all these stocks on daily basis, then you get to know that this has been reviewed.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because all these reviews are made on manual basis, and these are not copy paste, and also these are not automatic. And at the moment, we do not have any other option. And moreover, okay, that is what I can say.
And whenever you suggest something, whenever you suggest something, like in Smart Gains, so you just suggest a stock. So there is no brief, or there are no few liners about that. You tell the holding period and everything, but why you are suggesting it? Because we also want to learn along with the path.
Then probably you have not visited our website. Before giving you the advice for buy in the pick of the week in Smart Gains, we are uploading the complete report of the stock on our website. You can visit to the website in your dashboard area, and you will find that with every advice, there is a complete 2-page report on the stock. That includes the logic also, that how we have arrived to this target price, and other things also.
Fine. And so one more thing, recently this BSC notification is there for declaration of the companies that they have entered into large thing. All the majority of the companies are given a notification that they have entered into in large entity corporates. So will that make a difference to the stock price?
See, there are certain things which you should leave to the advisor, and let him decide what to be done. And if we are able to give you 26% CAGR, and if I keep giving you the notifications, then you will get confused what to be done. Of course, we are continuing to hold, but I intentionally do not give you the small notifications, because they don't have any bearing on the profitability or on the advice. Ultimately, in all our services, they are working in closed loop. Whatever buy advice we have given for any stock, we are going to provide you the sell advice. So that is my version for that. See, there are many notifications are coming. We cannot keep updating every notification for all the stocks.
I was wanting the notification for your advice, not otherwise.
So for advice, we are getting the reasoning.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Mr. Avinash Tripathi, kindly unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hi Anil, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
Just a word of appreciation for you to all the participants who are new or maybe who are not joined you. That I admire the way Anil has been working. He is my batchmate actually from engineering colleges, and whomsoever is thinking to invest through his advisors under various schemes or whatever level, he should be assured that his money and himself is in safe hands. So he's doing it after a lot of research, and I have been financially also associated with him for last 6 years. And in fact, earlier I lost a lot of, I burned my fingers in the stock market, but once I picked his advices, then there has not been any losses. Right time, right advisors are there. So just wanted a put of appreciation for you. And one suggestion is there for the smart gains that I subscribed recently.
Yeah.
You have been mentioning the target dates for all your stocks that you are suggesting, weekly picks and other things.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going through because I saw many of them targets already achieved and closed. So one suggestion is there that whatever targets dates that you set for any stock, once you achieve the target before that set date, target dates, then it's better to mention the target achieved date also, and you can analyze that while you are predicting a stock to go to that level in 15 months or whatever months, and it achieve the target within 6 months. So that analysis can also be put for the betterment for the audience, no? So it will give more confidence, and they will have a fair judgment that although you are estimating 3 to 15 months or 20 months period as a target, but actually you are achieving those targets much earlier or whatever. That will give a good dimension.
Yeah, that is a good suggestion. That is a good suggestion. Would like to see how we can incorporate, because the space is very limited. But your suggestion is really good, and would try to incorporate how we can do it. We would consult with our website developer, and let's see what best we can do.
Keep going and keep the good works working. No, thanks.
Yes, thank you very much for your words of appreciation. Mr. Khalid Shah.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
गुड इवनिंग.
हाँ, मेरे पास जो टिस्को का फॉलियो है टाटा स्टील, तो टोटल फॉलियो का अभी जो रेट है उस हिसाब से 33% हो रहा है. तो इसमें से कुछ अभी करना चाहिए कि वेट करना चाहिए? वेटेज 33% है टोटल फॉलियो का.
इट इज बहुत ज्यादा है आपका जो 33% वेटेज है, बहुत ज्यादा है. लेकिन ये क्या होता है, इंडिविजुअल टू इंडिविजुअल बेसिस पे डिपेंड करता है आपकी रिस्क टेकिंग कैपेसिटी कितनी है और आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी क्या है. मैं पर्सनली इस स्ट्रेटेजी पे बिलीव नहीं करता हूँ. 33% बहुत ज्यादा होता है. कुछ लोग हैं जो 4 या 5 स्टॉक्स अपने पोर्टफोलियो में रखते हैं, एंड दे आर डूइंग वेल. इफ दे कैन मैनेज दैट काइंड ऑफ रिस्क, नथिंग रॉन्ग इन इट. और अगर आप मुझसे पूछेंगे तो मैं 10% से ज्यादा हार्डली किसी स्टॉक में वेटेज रखता हूँ. मतलब 10% की जब हम उसके ऊपर बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट होते हैं. एंड एज आई सेड इन द केस ऑफ स्टील, अगली बार वो प्राइस कब आएगा कुछ पता नहीं है. तो इट इज
हाँ, कम से कम 25 साल से है मेरे पास. फादर के पास से मुझे मिले हैं, तो मैं देखता हूँ आपने जो चार्ट सबसे पहले बताया वो सही है. बीच में भी उन लोगों ने राइट्स वगैरह दिया, 600-700 पे दिया, फिर वापस 200 हो गया था. तो तब ऐसे होता था कि ऊपर में हम फंस गए, और वापस अभी ऊपर आ रहा है तो बहुत अच्छा महसूस हो रहा है. मगर अभी ये सेमिनार देख के लग रहा है कि थोड़ा उसमें से मतलब आपने जो थीम ये रखा है वो सही है और अच्छा खासा हेल्पफुल है. बस थैंक. हाँ सर,
मैं आपको एक और बात कहना चाहूंगा. ये 33% वेटेज अभी है कि 1 साल पहले था?
1 साल पहले कम था सर, अभी भाव बढ़ गया इसलिए हो गया. तब तो शायद 15% से, मतलब 1-1.5 साल पहले तो 15% ही था.
यस, यू आर राइट. क्योंकि प्राइस 4 गुना बढ़ गया है, 5 गुना बढ़ गया है, तो इसलिए आपका वेटेज बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गया है उसमें.
और भी स्टॉक्स है मेरे पास, जैसे टाटा कंज्यूमर है, टाटा केमिकल है, टीसीएस है, तो सबका मिला के तो मोर देन 50% हो जाता है, 55% हो जाता है.
देखिए, हमें बहुत अलग अलग तरीकों से अपना पोर्टफोलियो डाइवर्सिफाई करना चाहिए. इट इज नॉट ओनली द सिंगल स्टॉक बट ऑल्सो द ग्रुप. अगर टाटा ग्रुप कितना आपका वेटेज है, इसी तरह से सेक्टर वाइज भी होता है, तो इट इज
सेक्टर भी होता
तो आप खुद ही काफी नॉलेजेबल है एंड आई एम श्योर यू वुड बी एबल टू टेक डिसीजन ऑन योर ओन।
हाँ सही है सर। और आपका वो सर्विस है ना, क्या है वो जो पोर्टफोलियो एडवाइस का भी है ना, उसका क्या चार्जेस है सर अभी?
नहीं, एक स्मार्ट गेन्स है, उसमें एसबीपी है, पार्ट है उसका, बास्केट है वो स्टॉक्स का, और उसका
नहीं, स्मार्ट गेन मैंने सब्सक्राइब कर लिया सर अभी 15 दिन पहले।
अच्छा
हाँ, आपका पोर्टफोलियो एडवाइस है ना कुछ?
नहीं
हमारा पोर्टफोलियो का कुछ नहीं है अभी ऐसा कुछ?
नहीं सर।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।
So with this, we have come to the end. Thank you very much, and enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. मेरी आपसे यही प्रार्थना है। बहुत सारे लोग अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं कोविड से। टेक केयर। बाय बाय। थैंक यू।